Perspective and with the big picture in mind, but sometimes also without boundaries and indiscriminately lumping everything together? Do you have these characteristics typical for Sagittarius? Do you know people in your social context who express these qualities? In this video, we will tell you about the zodiacal sign of Sagittarius and its meaning in your horoscope, and especially about the basic characteristics of Sagittarius according to Kabbalistic astrology. At the end of this video, we will give you a short and clear summary of all the key facts about Sagittarius you will need to know for astrological interpretation. Brotherhood of the Eternal Light, teaching the Western mysteries. The zodiacal sign Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, Jupiter reigns wisely and wants to benefit all mankind through spiritual energy. The astrological symbol of Sagittarius shows an arrow and a part of a bow. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Its quality is mutable. The sun moves through Sagittarius every year from approximately November 21st to 22nd until December 20th to 21st. Autumn is coming to an end and we are in the transition to winter time. A time of privation begins with the hope for a return to the brighter times. With the winter solstice, this wish finally finds its fulfillment. The darker season comes to an end, and the days finally become longer again. Sagittarius represents the search for the larger perspectives. It is characterized by intellectual interest and striving. In times of privation, the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, promises happiness at the end of the darkness, like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like a torch carried through the world as a token of light, the mutable quality of the fire element is expressed here in its sublimated form, or like a shining arrow shot high into the sky as a sign of spiritual interest. Thus, the mutable quality of the fire element shows itself in the ideal of the Sagittarius, which consists in holistic and intellectual striving. The problem of Sagittarius can be egalitarianism. Where a larger context is considered, the many details may blur without distinction in the overall view. The 9th house corresponds to Sagittarius. This is the area of life of intellectual interests in other groups and philosophies, and also of distant journeys. Traditionally, the 9th house is also the house of teachers. Basic Kabbalistic meaning. Sagittarius is associated with the tarot card Temperance, also called the Art. This card stands, among other things, for the right mix of the different forces and the balance of the opposites. This is symbolically expressed at the time of the winter solstice. At the Kabbalistic tree of life, we find the assignment of the zodiac sign Sagittarius and the tarot trump, the Temperance, to the 25th path that connects the Sephirot, Tiferet, and Yesod. For further information on Kabbalah, visit our online courses or workshops. Link in the description. Mythology of Sagittarius. The mythology regarding the constellation of the Sagittarius has already been particularly associated with mixed creatures in ancient Sumeria. These creatures are partly human and partly animal and carry bows and arrows. In the Greek mythology, we find the centaurs who are described as good archers. Perhaps the most famous centaur was Charon, a wise healer and the mentor of Heracles. Centaurs are beings, half human, half horse, who stand for a connection between the instinctive and unconscious part of the soul with its intellectual and conscious part. We find this symbolism also in the Kabbalah and the soul parts named Ruach and Nefesh, and the symbolic expression of this connection through the tarot trump card, the Temperance, which belongs to the 25th path and which, as described above, connects the Sephirah Tiferet, which also stands for the conscious mind, and the Sephirah Yesod, which represents the subconsciousness. Another mythological tale tells about the satyr Krotos. He is the son of the goat-shaped god Pan and Euphemy, a nymph. He is also a hybrid being, consisting of human and animal characteristics. He is considered to be the inventor of archery, who liked to be in the company of the muses and loved the creative arts. According to the legend, Krotos was finally transferred to the sky by Zeus as the constellation of Sagittarius at the request of the muses. Dignities of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the domicile of Jupiter, the planet that stands for our worldview and the moral and value concepts derived from it, as well as for generosity. The spiritual principle underlying Jupiter at the Kabbalistic Tree of Life is the Sephirah Chesed. Chesed shows the principle of benevolence, growth, and order. The power of Jupiter can express itself optimally in Sagittarius, because here its moral values can develop far-sightedly and extensively. Sagittarius is the exile of Mercury, the planet that stands for clarity of mind and communication. The spiritual principle on the Kabbalistic Tree of Life that underlies Mercury is the Sephirah Hod. Hod represents the principle of analytical thinking. The power of Mercury cannot develop adequately in the holistically oriented Sagittarius. The structured and analytical way of thinking gets lost in the big picture when it comes to seeing everything as a single unit. In Sagittarius, there is no planet in exaltation or in fall. And now we present a brief summary of the most important astrological facts about Sagittarius. The astrological symbol of Sagittarius shows an arrow and part of a bow. The sun moves through Sagittarius every year from approximately November 21st or 22nd to December 20th or 21st. Sagittarius is a fire sign with mutable quality. The ninth house corresponds to Sagittarius. The ninth house is about intellectual interests in other groups and philosophies, as well as faraway journeys. The ideals of Sagittarius are holistic and intellectual striving. The possible problem of Sagittarius is egalitarianism. Sagittarius is the domicile of Jupiter and the exile of Mercury. In Sagittarius, there is no planet in exaltation or in fall. Were you born between November 22nd to December 21st? Do you have several planets in your birth chart in the sign of Sagittarius, or in the ninth house? And how does this constellation affect you? Maybe you know somebody who you would describe as a typical Sagittarius personality. Please tell us more about it in the comments. Find out more about our free Kabbalah online course or visit our website with additional free content. You can find the links in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by giving us a like and subscribe to our channel. If you would like to be notified about new videos, then activate the bell. Thank you and see you soon in our next video.